Hello everybody! Today I am doing another monthly recommends video, and this month's theme is the Monster Mash, where we recommend books with paranormal creatures that go bump in the night. Monster books are really enjoyable and fun, and my favorite thing about them is actually learning about the lore of these monsters and the mythology behind them in each story, because each story tells a different tale of such monsters. So most of the stories I recommend, a lot of people have read them, but I always want to reach out to people who have yet to read these stories. So first up is going to be The Great and Terrible Beauty by Libba Bray. The lore and the creatures in this book, we have a really scary shadow bad guy. And then there's also, she goes into a type of crossover world where there's a lot of Greek mythology. The basic premise of this story is you have a girl named Gemma whose mother dies tragically. So she is sent to Spence Academy, which is a finishing school for women, because this is in the late 1800s, the turn of the century, where women go to finishing school to be married off. And she basically wants to save her father from his depression and also figure out who killed her mother and what is going on. It is very interesting, very supernatural, and I absolutely adored this book. Next, we have The Immortal Roles by Julie Kagawa. This is a vampire story of a girl named Allison who despises vampires as they have taken over the world and the government system to rule over the humans and treat them like cattle. She gets attacked by rabbits when scavenging for food, and rabbits are infected vampires that are crazy. They act a lot like zombies. And so in order to save her, she actually gets turned into a vampire. And this book is her learning how to be a vampire, and then the next books in the series are her looking for a cure so that she can become a human again. Next, I have for you Romance Lovers, Night Pleasures by Sherilyn Kenyon. The Greek mythology and vampires in this story are so absolutely fabulous and stunning, and I love the mythology and lore in this book. It really kept me reading because I wanted to learn more about the dynamics in this story. It also has witches and sorcery in it, and this was a little tropey, so I didn't give this book really high ratings. As a supernatural vampire type story, I definitely highly recommend this book, and it's also a very short read, so you can finish it very quickly. Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare has all of that mythology with demons and angels and Nephilim in it. It is a fabulous story. I rated this book so much higher, and this series so much higher than the Mortal Instruments, and I know I'm preaching to the choir, but this is a really great story, and if you thought that the Mortal Instruments was just okay or good, you will think that this book is great. I loved this book so much more. It takes place again in the late 1800s, that turn of the century era, where you have a girl named Tessa Gray who basically gets captured and finds out that she is not exactly human. She can transform her features to look like another person. And then she gets rescued by Nephilim called James and Will and taken to the Shadowhunter Institute in London to basically learn about who she is, who's kidnapping her, and what the heck is going on. Next, we have The Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman. This book has ghosts and specters, werewolves, and walks among the dead. It takes place when a baby leaves home while his family is slaughtered and stumbles into a graveyard where the fellow graveyard ghosts decide to protect him and raise him and give him the name Nobody Owens to save him from the man that is trying to kill his family. So it follows his life as he's growing up. He gets into mischief and mayhem, and I'm gonna end on a book series with a plethora of spooky stories to get you excited and welcome in this Halloween spirit of the spooky month, my favorite holiday, which is Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark by Alvin Schwartz. This book and its fellow companion series has so many great spooky stories with ghosts and creepy creatures and everything that goes bump in the night. It's really short. I know I read these in elementary school. So these books are what I'm going to recommend for all of your supernatural cravings for this spooky, perfect October month. And if you can leave a comment down below for your favorite spooky monster story, I would love to hear it. And until next time, I will see you later. Goodbye.
It was a graveyard smash. He did the mash. It caught on in a flash.